welcome to the show with Mom and Mel. That's it. All right, and this is, the date is January 2023.
That's right, January 2023. I don't know the date.
Because why?
The date is the year.
Why?
I got the year right.
Because, and what is it?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. There you go.
There you go.
Okay, and this is season 1.
Right. First show.
First show. Show 1.
Show 1.
So what should we call it?
Show 1.
Because we're just going to go.
We go show 1.
So next week will be show 2?
That's it. We're going to keep going that way.
Okay. Or,
Well, we have to let you come think of something next week.
okay, we'll just say.
We're going to go show
Show
1
1
today.
Show 1.
Next week will be show 2 if we find
Well,
something else.
but you know what? We're going to tweak it as we go.
Yeah.
Because you know what? This is our
show.
Thank you. Okay, so then, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Okay.
Happy New
You know what we should have? We should have had little toasting glasses with some apple
No,
juice.
we can't go there.
Okay.
We got other things to do.
Okay. And during our show, y'all can't see, but Mom, Mel, and Molly and Missy. So we got like the whole M&M gang going on here.
Oh, yeah, right.
Right?
That's the girl.
So don't constantly pet them off. We got to pay attention.
I know.
Okay?
What you gonna?
Okay, so what we're going to do.
You gotta start.
Yeah, no, listen, quit looking at the notes. What we're going to do is this. The first show, we're not going to go into any kind of serious detail.
No.
The first show, we're going to kind of outline everything we're going to do, during our hour segments. Okay? So we'll get a little bit more techie as time goes on. Okay? You agree?
I agree.
Okay. Anyway, so the biggest thing we want to start with is, why are we doing this?
That's a good question.
And what's our intent?
Well,
So when we started thinking about this last spring.
yeah.
It's taken a long time for us to get going.
Yeah, well, people forget everything, right? And there's so much. Okay, I'm 88 years old. There's so
No, not until February.
Well, that's 1 month away.
Okay.
But there's January 27th, wasn't it? Because I was here for my birthday.
No, your birthday's February 24th.
Oh, but he died January 27th.
Oh, right. True.
Okay.
Yeah.
My husband died on January 27th. So, 6 years ago, it would be 7, right? But where were we at?
We forgot. Well, the train left the station. It's too early for that crap, Mom. Okay, so there's so many. You're old. So there's a lot of stories. A lot of stories to remember.
That's right. There's a lot of things. Okay,
That you
you
forget.
got to remember. My memories go back until my mother. Where was my mother born? Where was my father born? That is like 1900, right? And then I was born in 1935, and then my children were born in the 60s, and my children were born in the 2000s, right? So there's a lot.
Well, no, you had some in the 80s too.
Grandchildren?
Victoria was
Oh,
born.
the
Victoria's born in 88.
Yeah, great-grandchildren. I'm talking about that.
Victoria's your grandchild. She's the first one. She was born in 88. So,
Oh,
yeah,
you're right.
grandkids 88.
I said my children in 60s and 70s, right?
Right.
Okay.
And then grandchildren,
Yeah,
80s, 90s, 2000s.
And then great-grandchildren in 2000 more or something like that.
They were born in 2000.
23, 22?
2020.
2020.
Wait a minute.
So, but what I want to
Wait a minute. They were born, I think, in 2021.
That's okay. It's a lot of years between, right?
I know.
And a lot of times you forget, right? Especially when there's so much news and nobody knows what they're doing. Maybe somebody knows something to help that you could do, right? And
But no,
I have
basically.
a lot of things to say.
And
I'm not going to be a teacher of the whole 100 years.
Okay, the teacher of the 100 years. That she is. It's got a new name now. Teacher of the 100 years. So our intent basically is, let's record some history,
Right.
so that we can look back at this,
Yeah.
or my siblings can can watch, and there's stories that they don't know.
Yeah.
There's history that they might have forgotten about, or maybe they don't even know that Mom's talked about, being here almost 7 years.
Yeah.
Talked about her parents, or about her grandmother, or
Yeah.
when she used to go down and instead of going to bed to go to school the next day, she's playing cards.
Yeah. Well, that was
So she
that
got-
was when I was a teenager.
Yeah. So she's got a lot of fun stories like that. So, our intent is to record your years,
And
for us to look back at it, right?
and come forward, do things like we're doing today, too.
I like that. Come forward.
So be different things. Everybody will have. If the subject is there, you'll have something to say.
Right.
Right.
Whether I can bring in a story from my girls,
Right.
bring in a story from my life or you, where we're all melding together.
Right. And I'm a reader. A lot of people don't read today. I read books, and I've read a lot of books while I've been here, and we're going to mention them. And another thing we're going to mention, I make jellies. I'm at the farmers market. This will be my 6th year, right, or 5 years.
This will be 6.
6th year. I'll be at the farmers market every summer.
Yep.
And then I have other things that I might mention. Right now I'm just working on.
She's
them.
an inventor.
Yeah, I'm an inventor. I was born an inventor.
And she's a comic. You have a lot, Mom.
Oh,
you
I
have a
am
lot.
a political cartoonist.
That's right, Mom. You know what you should do for one of the shows?
What?
You should bring and see. We haven't even got to the outline of what we're going to be discussing. But
We're just talking.
But looking back at this, you should bring. Don't you have a copy of the ones that you used to send in from the '80s, to the New Yorker? Anyway, you're a woman of many hats.
Yeah. Well, see,
You know?
God gives everybody gifts. How many people use them?
True.
You know, but so many people don't even know what they are.
True.
You know, they go through life, and they got to just sit and look at them every day, and they don't even know how to use it.
Right.
You don't know how to use it until you try.
And you know what? And sometimes you showing other people what you're doing, they're like, "Oh, that's kind of interesting. Maybe I can try that
Yeah.
too." You know, and you enlighten or encourage other people to go after what you want to do.
I think you should. I think it's a gift to you, so you
Yeah.
should use it the best you can. You might not.
You got to share what you're doing, though.
Yeah, but there's a thing. I'm a political cartoonist, but I've never had any training. I thought I was going to make a sale this last year, not 23 but 22, and I told the girl, I says, "This is the year I'm going to sell." But then I found out.
So what, your
I get
cartoons?
home, yeah, a cartoon, political cartoons. When they got so much trouble, political cartoons only makes money when they got a bad government.
True story.
That's true. And I had all kinds of them. So I said,
Well, remember we made a big one today.
I know.
But a lot of them we can't share.
I know, but let me explain why I didn't continue with that. It's because I found out that you have to belong to the union, and you have to sell something and belong to the union, but you have to carry an insurance policy. And since I'm on Medicare, I can't afford insurance policy.
Insurance policy for what?
To be able to put a cartoon in paper.
Okay, so I mean, health doesn't have nothing to do with the cartoon.
No, but
you're
it
talking
has
about
to
insurance
be-
for what?
For insurance costs money.
Insurance, though, you need to protect yourself.
To protect myself.
Well, what about your First Amendment right?
Well,
freedom of speech.
That don't mean that you can make a.
They'll still sue you?
Put a cartoonist in a paper, even of what you're thinking, and they print it. They go after you because they call it some kind of a name, you know. But it's what you feel and what you think. But you have
And
to.
they don't let you.
Yeah, because I think
They won't let you. You don't feel like they'll let you be you.
Yeah, but I think my twin sister's daughter is married. Maureen is married to Matthews, and Matthew is her husband, but his brother is a cartoonist in Detroit, Michigan. I swear it.
We'll have to look into that.
I said, he is.
Let's
I
look at-
swear it's on the
so
paper.
what-
I got a paper and saw it.
Okay, so we need to look him up and share it. You know,
Yeah,
that's good information.
I just share it now. They'll let me know.
No, not them. We're going to get the background on that. But okay, so let's get back focused because we can go down these rabbit holes all night. We can just continue. We won't stay focused.
Yeah.
So we're going to stay focused on our outline. So we went over our intent. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me look at that. Okay. Mom.
Okay, let's go. I can't see it.
I know you're squinting. Let me just pay attention. Okay, so we're going to go over. So as you can tell, Mom's got her jams of the week. So she does her jams and starts making them February, March, so you can get ready in April. So you can get ready to May 1st.
First Saturday of May.
May 1st,
it
yeah.
opens up.
So every week we're going to showcase one of her jams because
Yeah.
it's not just her creating the jams. She
Did
also
the labels.
She did all the labels. And so when she first got here, I told her, when she moved here, I said, Mom, you need to find a purpose. So I need you need to read each week. You need to continue to drive and have your, independence, and you need to find a purpose. And so she was going through some of her paperwork, and she goes, I found my artwork for my jams I was going to sell 20 years ago. I found it in a folder when she was unloading all of her stuff and getting her stuff put up. And so I said, then she goes, I'm going to go down and find out if, at the park if they'll let me go sell my jams. And I'm going to start making jams because I've got all the artwork from 2000 when I drew all these out.
That's it.
That's
true.
True
that's
story.
All true. Mm-hmm.
And so she went down there and they charged $25 for the whole summer.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's a deal. So she's been down there consistently at her special table. The first year, though, we had to sit up a little tent on the side.
First year,
we were rejects.
Yeah. Well,
but then the next year they built they didn't have room for you.
They only had one building.
So now they have a pavilion. So Mom's got her special table.
Pavilion, yeah.
And even if nobody else shows up at all the tables, she will be there.
That's it.
So anyway, so we're going to do Jam of the Week so we can spotlight. That's like her core little cash money. That's her little play money, right? You call it your play money?
No, I call it my gift money.
Okay, so she loses it. She uses it for gifts to buy for her big bingo party every Christmas.
And for my brothers and sisters.
And for your kids.
Yeah.
And grandkids.
And grandkids.
To buy everybody presents.
I got.
So everything you do, you're just giving it back.
Yeah, I give good gifts out. You gotta know me.
Get on the list.
Get on the list.
Get on the list. Okay, so anyway, so we're going to spotlight because the artwork is important because she loves art. So the artwork is important. So we're going to show y'all her jam each week, and kind of go over that and yeah, gifts for the grandkids too. Everybody gets gifts. Everybody sign up. Corinne's going to get you a gift. I mean, Mama's getting you a gift. Okay. So then the next segment's going to be birthdays for the month and other upcoming events. So for this month, it's January
14th. We got
and
one.
So I've got some friends' birthdays that I'll do a shout out. And my sister that's a year older than me, we're going to give a big shout out for her on the next show next Friday. And because it's going to be her birthday weekend. And we got lots of stories about Eva.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Eva, she's going to be next week. And then I've got other friends I'm going to give shout outs that their birthdays are the end of the month. So we're going to let everybody make themselves all feel special. And another outline segment is going to be books.
Yeah, I love books.
When we were talking about intent.
You said intent.
And no, when we were talking about it, you kind of started talking about how you read books and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mom's an avid reader. We're in a book club, but we haven't got any of the current books lately because they were kind of all going down a certain. We kind of veered off the path, and we did a couple different kind of books that some people recommended too. So we've done everything from Redeeming Love.
We got a lot of books from your Facebook too. We got
from the book club, Mom.
Book club too. Yeah.
So we got lots of books we're going to cover. But how many books are we going to cover each week?
One.
That's it.
Yeah.
So we've decided.
What do you mean each week's supposed to be once a month, isn't it?
No. What do you mean?
I don't know.
We're going to be on the show once every Friday, Mom.
Oh, we're every Friday?
Yeah.
For a month? For an hour? I thought it was once a month.
No, Mom.
Oh, my.
Mom, you should already know this. We've been talking about it for a year almost.
Okay.
It's every Friday.
Well, we got to see if we got enough to go for a whole hour every week.
Are you kidding? We got lots.
Oh, okay.
So we're good, Mom.
Okay.
Are you kidding? Look how much history you got. You said you got enough information for 100 years.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So we'll do the book because you know what? Make reading great again. That's our focus. In fact, I'm going to probably get some shirts made that says "Make Reading Great Again" because nobody reads. Yeah. You know why nobody reads? I think because when Twitter started years ago, I think they limited it to 280 characters. Was it 280? Maybe 120. So it's either like 120 or 280, somewhere in there. But anyway, they limited the amount of characters that you could post on there at one time. And so what it did was it trained people to only read that much, which is only a blurb. It's only like that much.
I know.
So it's been around for all these years, 10, 15 years. You got people only reading that much. So what do? When you train your brain over and over again, if people are avid Twitter people, on social media, they're going to only read the top part of an article. So they'll never probably get through it. What do you do still to this day? You read the entire newspaper that comes here. Yeah. You even have an extra newspaper that come here. You read every newspaper that walks in this door, the whole everything.
I got it.
So so that's important. So I think your generation, I just hope that some of these younger generations will start picking back up reading. I don't know how to encourage them to do it, but we have to make reading great again.
I got it.
You got a solution?
Yeah.
Turn the internet off.
Well, not only that, but I got my other stuff going that has
No, that's what I'm saying.
That has something to do with
That will help them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's one of your projects.
Yeah.
You got lots of
I
projects.
I just got it started, but I've been on it a while. But the thing is, this is that I want to make sure it's complete before I talk about it.
Okay. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to just hit around because then you're just like making people go, what are you referring to when
Yeah.
you're talking in that language
Yeah.
of we don't have no info.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so
What else you got up here?
okay, so
Sunday?
next is going to be we're going to discuss current markets.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's important for us to start off the year because listen, if you look back 2.5 years ago, eggs were 99 cents for a dozen of white eggs. Of course,
Yeah, but that ain't on the market. You see the market go by. You don't see white eggs. You
No.
see economic, and economics are bad.
Well, they're saying that
Yeah.
the inflation's not that high. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know. That's
Eggs,
because they don't
even
want
a dozen of white eggs now are like $6.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so last night I checked the state. So we're gonna do current. So that
Yeah.
this first show,
Yeah.
I can tell you right now how much was gas today.
I said.
No,
You
what is
said
it? What is
you
it?
said $2.99.
$2.99. Milk today was $4.09.
Whoa.
So
They killed
$4.09.
all them cows, didn't they?
$4.09 for milk. $2.99 for gas.
What do you think about steak?
Well, we did get a good one. We did get.
Then we got a deal on that one for Christmas, but I bet you we
what
don't
was it
today.
called? What was it called? It was prime rib.
It was 99 cents a pound.
No, no.
I told everybody it was 99 cents a pound.
That was
Or
the ham.
That was a ham. Hey, that's a deal.
The prime
too.
rib was not. No, the prime rib was like $6 off.
Yeah, and it was.
But
yeah.
no, it cost it was a 5-pounder for like $70. It was still expensive.
Was it?
It was not $1 a pound. You
Oh.
did not tell me you got prime rib for $1, did you?
No, I said we got ham for 99 cents.
Yeah, we did get on the ham.
Yeah.
That was 3 meals. That was good.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, current market, it's off the chain.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if we would have started last spring and go back to these numbers now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're going to do current market just so every week we can see how it's fluctuating.
Yeah.
We can go back and you look, hey, my grandkids 20 years from now can go back and go, oh my God, they paid $4.09. We're paying $2 today. Let's hope it ends up that way. Anyway, so after the market, we do have a funny story when we're talking about gas though.
Yeah. Which one's that?
Well,
Mom
Mom doesn't like to pay at the pump. So she went in, she recently went in, paid for her gas,
and then
then she got back in the car and drove home.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kind of paid for it.
That's when I was in the Carter line car.
No, I was just saying it was
I was
recent.
going to Green Hills. I was going to Green Hills.
Anyway, she came back and she's like, I think I paid for my gas and I didn't get it. And you're like, you're right.
Yeah.
That happens, right?
Yeah, I know.
But thank God he's saying God was there.
But I got to tell you, I don't forget that if I did or didn't know.
How do you know? How do you check yourself?
I get out there. I said, better get that gas in the car.
So do you pump it before you go back in then?
No, I do the same as I used to.
Okay. Just you probably had a lot going on in your mind. Anyway, so let's get through our outline here because we're not going to go into detail. Like I said, we're just going to tell you what the outline is.
Yeah, we got to move on.
Okay, so the next is going to be self-care. So we'll talk about skin facial creams. We've been waiting since December 7th for Mom's vitamin C cream for the face because they're saying that's the best thing ever.
That's true. It is very
So one of my
expensive.
friends, OBGYN, told her he never ages and she's got 1 million kids. She's like, what are you doing to your face? He goes, vitamin C cream. So we'll talk about things like that and we'll talk about how the hairs they never go away, Mom.
They never go away.
You pluck them forever. Boy, but you can tell when you miss plucking.
And they can, hey, while you're sleeping, they grow.
Anyway, we're going to talk about all that. You're like, get up and you're like, oh, God, not another fur one. Anyway, and vitamins, we'll talk about vitamins, things like that. And so one of the biggest segments of the show is going to be, which we talked about, is the biggest thing is like history.
Yeah.
And stories and knowing and you sharing stories.
You're right.
So it's a segment called Days Gone By.
Yeah.
And
there are a lot of them.
So Mom's going to do Days Gone By, whether it was when she was in the Air Force or when she was working in the ice cream place, when she was a teenager, or having all these kids.
Okay, let me ask
you.
Anyway,
it's going to be all kinds of, you're going to share one story each week.
Right.
Remember, we're not doing a monthly show, Mom. It's once a week.
I know that. But
I know. And you're going to tie it in with age perspective.
Yeah. Okay. What I was going to say, when you go back,
Hold on.
You only can take one thing at a time.
What do you mean?
When you go back and tell something from the age old back, going what happened when you were a kid or something like that, you only do one at a time. Then we'll have it forever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's going to be your song and dance.
Yeah.
So you're going to do you got all week to think about what story you want to tell.
But it has to lead into maybe the subject we're talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna really kind of put all of our stuff together.
Yeah.
And hopefully get it focused on that.
Okay.
But yeah.
It has to lead.
And you know what? And sometimes it can be leading into whatever we're celebrating. So if it happened to be Veterans Day, that would have been a great Air Force story. You could have an Air Force story for that.
That's true.
Like about how your whole family went down there and joined almost.
Yeah.
You know, like that'd be a great.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll tie in for that month. Like, oh, that's a good story to tell that month.
Okay. On that one there, it would tie in with.
No, we're not going to tell stories now, Mom. When we get next week, you're going to have a story.
Yeah.
Remember, you're going to have Eva's story.
Yeah.
It's her birthday.
Yeah.
So that's where you're going to do Days Gone By, and you're going to do an Eva story.
That's what I got to say. I could put them both together.
Yeah.
Days Gone By, and then.
Well, if your age perspective is not going to tie in, then we'll just do something else on that.
Okay.
Mom, it's what? What is it? Our show.
Our show.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then if we don't talk too much.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how you can stop that.
Because we can go on. We'll do like an interesting story or a fascinating history little segment. And then throw in a gumpism maybe. Because you just told me.
They're just around the corner.
I mean, you just told a gumpism last night when you were telling me, yeah, I was having dinner with Ernest Tubb and da-da-da-da. Like, just chimes off. Those are Mom's gumpisms. I call them that because she just starts talking about something. It led into something else, and here she's eating dinner with Ernest Tubb. You remember that last night? Anyway, so that's why we want to get it recorded and talk about it. And then looking ahead, we'll recap what our next week, or how we're going to lead into the weekend, what we're going to be doing over the weekend, if we got any plans, and how we're planning on the next week, what we're going to be looking into, what's going on.
Yeah. Have you done all of them things you were going to say now?
So we did the whole outline, and
we've done the whole outline. We're sitting here.
Yeah, but we're gonna tweak it as we go. We're gonna probably have. I mean, I've got a laundry list of more segments we could do, but we really want to make sure we cover these segments, like the jam, the current events, the birthdays, the self-care, the days gone by.
Yeah.
You know, and the book review. Those are main segments I want to make sure that are always in there.
Yeah.
You know, because we can go off topic real quick.
Yeah.
So we just need to at least have some kind of guideline that we'll follow.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think that. Then I think now what you have to do is that, have we got everything done now, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we'll just send it off on its way, and then you'll review that and see what we need to be critiquing it. Is that what they call it?
Tweaking it.
Tweaking it or critiquing? What's the difference?
Well, okay, so we're going to have to tweak it and probably critique it.
So it is 2 words then.
Yeah, so you got a word of the day. So our word of the day is critiquing and tweaking.
Okay.
So we're probably going to have to do both because it's our first time recording.
Right. So let me
But I mean, you know what? But it needs to be, I want it to always be natural.
Right.
And that's just talking like we always do.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I want you to know how you're going to say goodnight.
We have to have a cool way to sign off.
You
what
have
do you
to
think?
sign off. You have to.
So how do you want to sign off?
I have no idea. I never thought about I was going to sign it off.
Hey, I know what it is.
I never thought I was going to.
Everybody has a signature sign off, right?
I know.
I think it's time for cake.
Yeah, it is time for cake. It's definitely time for cake.
Okay, so that wraps it up. First show.
First show.
So are we gonna call it first show?
Why not?
Or what do we call it? Show 1.
Show 1.
Show 1. Show 1. That's a wrap.
There you go.